There is always a death in my family on November 13th. My name is Dustin. And in my family, the date November 13th has always spelled death. In 1994, it was my grandmother. In 2004, my stepmother. In 2014, my father. Every 10 years, like clockwork. Each death darker than the last. And now it's November 12th, 2024. Just a few hours left until midnight. I haven't slept in 3 days. I remember the first death vividly. I was just 10 years old in 1994 when Grandma passed. 5 days before she died, she kept saying someone was standing near the main door, then near her bedroom. We thought it was just her poor eyesight or dementia. She could barely see the food on her plate, after all. But she'd interrupt her own stories, glancing nervously at nothing in particular, whispering, "She's come again." One night, while she was telling me her usual bedtime tale, she stopped mid-sentence, stared at the hallway, and started gasping for breath. I remember panicking, fetching water, calling her name, splashing her face. She finally opened her eyes and whispered in terror, "She's going to kill me," the woman standing right by the attic stairs. I looked, there was no one. I told her so. She said, "Look again. The glass of water will fall off the dresser." I turned back to look at her. "There's nothing happening, Grandma. The glass is right there." And the moment those words left my mouth, crash. The glass hit the floor and shattered. I screamed and ran. The bedroom door slammed shut behind me. My parents didn't believe me. "You imagined it," they said. "You're just a child." But I knew something terrible was coming. 2 days later, we found her body in the attic room, curled up in the far corner, her eyes and mouth wide open, frozen in fear. I was never the same again. By the time I was 20, life had drained any concept of normal from my soul. I came home from college one evening and rang the doorbell. No one opened the door. I used the spare key. The first thing I noticed was that the attic door, always shut, was slightly ajar. Inside, under the rafters where Grandma had died, sat my stepmother. Her back was rigid, and her face turned away. She was rocking slowly, muttering. I called her name. No response. I stepped in closer. Her skin was pale. Her lips quivered. Then she turned and whispered, "Your grandmother told me everything. She won't leave us alone. She'll kill us all." Over and over, like a chant.